How far do you guys want to keep going with 76?
We're gonna keep going. Look, that game has never been more popular than it is right now as
Mhm.
we're talking, and so we have a great kind of internal roadmap of things that we're doing for the next several years for that game. We think it's going to keep continuing, keep continuing.
Now that is honestly something I thought I would never hear, especially from Mr. Howard over there. But that is actually very exciting news for Fallout 76. And if you guys seen my recent video, or you may have seen it pop up in your recommended feed for the end of Fallout 76 and why new players are leaving, I feel like a lot of people took that video the wrong way on both sides. People were like, yeah, because the game sucks, or the opposite side where it's like, dude, I just downloaded the game, what are you talking about? That video was more trying to point out why Fallout 76 has its issues with newer players. I was made aware of the Todd Howard interview basically the day it happened, and a YouTuber by the name of Mr. Maddie Plays. I'll put the original interview in the description down below if you want to watch the full thing. I believe it's like an hour long. But really quick, I do have to shout out the channel's partner, Instant Gaming. If you're looking for really cheap games on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, even Nintendo, check the link in the description down below or in the pinned comments. And if you guys want to join the free monthly game giveaway, there's also a link right next to that. But the main thing I am really excited for is when he said more content like Skyline Valley, because we currently have a roadmap for the end of the year with a lot of events, right? There's a lot of different events currently, and I know a lot of people aren't really going to deem that as quote-unquote content, but I think we have to look at this both ways. We have the Become a Ghoul coming out pretty soon in early 2025. I think that's going to change up the whole game. If it's as ambitious as Todd Howard is implying, I feel like it'll completely change the way we play the game, and maybe possibly do a fresh playthrough, which I'm personally hoping for. I kind of want to take a new angle on the entire game. Maybe some new storyline quirks could be very massive. But when we look over into the roadmaps like these seasons, we have August, July, and September. We have the camp updates, we have double XP weekends, all these different challenges and events, which are, I would consider these content, all right? I'm not going to say they're not content, but in that same breath, I wouldn't compare these to something like the Wastelanders DLC or all the add-ons that Fallout 76 has done over the years, like the major content add-ons like Skyline Valley. I do think Skyline Valley is a terrific example of what Fallout 76 should actually shoot for. Maybe every 4 to 5 months, give us a little bit of a map, give us a new world boss, give us some more things to do in the end game, because like I mentioned in my previous video, I think the early to mid game for Fallout is perfectly fine, and they did it very, very well. I just do believe the major caving point for a lot of new players is when they finally hit the end game, they finally get the camp that they love, they finally get the build that they love, and you kind of realize you kind of do the same thing over and over again. But I'm really happy for this, and I do think when it comes down to it, Fallout 76 could easily be seen supported probably up to the point of the next Fallout game, because he also did mention in that interview that for the next Fallout game, it's going to most likely follow the traditional Fallout formula, just like Fallout 4, a single player experience with mod support, which personally I have no issues with. I actually enjoy Fallout 4 very, very much, and New Vegas. New Vegas is my personal favorite Fallout, but I think if 76 is just a long time thing that constantly gets updates, there's definitely no harm and no foul when it comes down to that. But like I said, if it's just 5 years of random like events, vendor sales, and double XP weekends, that would be kind of a bummer. But I don't think the way Todd Howard worded it in the beginning clip, I don't think he's really going to be taking that direction, especially after seeing all the success Fallout 76 now has since the Fallout TV show has came out. And really quickly, we'll touch on the microtransactions that he mentioned during that interview. He did say that currently there's no plans to have like paywall playable content, kind of like if you look into other games like Destiny 2, where you kind of need the DLC to progress and keep up with everybody. The great thing is, as predatory as it may seem for the Fallout First stash size and the monthly subscriptions and the Atomic Shop, he did say it's working awesome, which I have no doubt it has been this entire time. For all the people that really love Fallout and love convenience, they probably have the yearly sub, which does fund them directly, but because that does exist, it will support content for the years to come for completely free for everybody, even if you haven't paid for Fallout First or bought items in the Atomic Shop. So indirectly, the people that have been buying this stuff are in a way funding the future of the content coming to Fallout 76, and I think that's kind of awesome. Warframe took that route. Even though they're a free-to-play game, they wouldn't be able to make content without the funding, and I have no problem with that. If Fallout 76 has these optional things, kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, where if you get ESO Plus, you get a bigger inventory inventory, but content's getting pushed out pretty consistently, and the content is very good, then I personally have no problems with this. I know a lot of you in the comments are going to hate me for saying that, but I'm saying if there's things in the item shop, stuff like that, I don't really mind as long as I'm getting free content, because at the end of the day, all the things in the item shop and the monthly sub are completely optional, though I would argue the stash size for Fallout First is kind of a little bit annoying. If I was the higher ups at Fallout, I'd be like, yo, maybe 1,500, 2,000 stash space, because if you want multiple builds or even just one build and you're a hoarder like myself, you find yourself taking a lot of your items in your storage, turning it into bulk like materials, and then selling it for caps, because there's not really much more you could do with them, unless you do want to take the route of like bulk crafting certain items, like bulk crafting certain weapons and then just scrapping them so you can get a bunch of different attachments. Now I know this video is going to be a little bit short, but I am doing schoolwork and I'm working a lot of work. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm doing a lot of things with college, doing a lot of things with school, and just want to kind of squeeze this video in there. A little bit of a news, a little bit of an update. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. A lot of people in the previous video kind of didn't take my question the right way. Do you guys feel, or are you more excited now hearing it from Todd Howard that the future of Fallout 76 is actually looking pretty damn good? Or I know a lot of people don't really trust Todd Howard anymore after what he said about Fallout 76 to initially begin with. But personally, I'm just happy to have something to play, and I love Fallout, and the fact that they promised more content. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm still going to enjoy it, and I'm still going to go across Appalachia and do everything that I can. But yeah, guys, that's the update. That's the video. If you did enjoy today's video, it does help if you hit the like button down below, as it does spread out my content to more people in the Fallout community. And don't forget to subscribe if you never want to miss out on another video from me, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you all later.